Hello, and welcome to MCFC 9320 PUBcast. Tonight we've got the lovely Anne-Marie. She's
Good
paid me to
evening.
say that, by the way. We've got Riz, and we've got Waldorf and Statler here.
Good evening.
Hang on. Where was the lovely Paul? Anne-Marie got a lovely, and I just got and we've got Paul as well.
But we know your prestige, mate. Don't we?
Thank you. Carry on.
Yeah.
He's happy now. He's happy now.
He's happy now. So, let's kick off, right? Before we start talking about the match, I want to throw something out there. I'm going to put it on the ticker at the bottom now. Should Ortega get his chance ahead of Edison? I think it's time Ortega gets a bit of game time. Over to you.
Yes and no, because the goal that Nottingham Forest scored, he couldn't do nothing about. The only person at fault for that one, in my opinion, was Laporte.
Okay.
Because he totally stepped out of line and just let him cross the ball past him.
But is it, if I'm not mistaken, 4 shots on target, the first shot, if you know what I mean, against Edison, everyone's gone in.
Yeah, I think he's Bravo, isn't he?
Well, I'm not going Bravo, because it's not really a... So,
where's this question come from, Andy? Obviously, you've got some basis for asking the question. So, what's your opinion on why he shouldn't be in the team?
I just don't think he's been brilliant at this moment in time. His distribution is second to none, most of the time. I just think his shot stopping it's a little bit
Off.
A bit ropey. Did you tell me half then?
No, I said his shot stopping's a little bit off.
Oh,
Right, so Charlie says there. Charlie says, "Don't play with matches." Hey, that's an old one for the dads, isn't it?
Hey.
Charlie said, "Edison, nothing wrong." I can sort of see that. However, I just feel that Ortega is a better shot stopper.
He is a better shot
stopper.
he is.
Listen, I get what you're saying. I think Ortega's distribution's good as well. But I think if you're bringing this up because of yesterday, I don't think you can sort of blame him. He had virtually nothing to do for 85 minutes, and everything was down the other end. And I think he was, he needs to start, because remember John Burridge years ago, he used to do handstands across the line and stuff. I think he needs to start doing that and wake himself up a bit. Because I just think well, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I do what you're saying, though.
Budgie, John Burridge, I know that because I do know him. Ding, ding, name drop. He's going mad with the keepers, if you like. The way they just, messing about and stuff like that. I still want to see that. Don't get me wrong. I just feel we need a bit of a change. Anne-Marie, go on, bring some sense into it for once. Go on.
Well, I would agree to the point that I think shot stopping isn't Edison's strong point. I think he's just there purely for distribution purposes, which I totally understand. And in most of the games, he is spending 80 to 90% of the time doing nothing. And I don't know whether it's lapses of concentration with him or within the defence, that it does seem to be very much a case of one shot, one goal for most of these teams at the minute.
Anne-Marie, sorry, just look at the comment from the Facebook user there. Absolute gold.
It's true.
It's just got... If I knew it was, I'd give you a name check on that. Never thought Burridge would get in a convo about Edison. Brilliant.
Yeah, you get everything on this show. You get everything on this show because we've got our fingers on the pulse. We have amazing knowledge.
Go on.
Pity doesn't show names on the Facebook.
I know.
I see FIFA player is desperate for Carson to be given a go.
Yeah. Again.
FIFA player, is that tongue in cheek or do you genuinely believe that?
I hope it's tongue in cheek.
It's got to be. Yeah. You know,
what's happened to your life?
I don't know. I think
live on the show. Alexa, Rizzy's light on.
Alexa, back bedroom lamp white. There you go.
See, you don't get this on pre-recorded.
We've got all the technology here.
It's about time you've seen the light.
Thank you very much.
So FIFA player, yeah, he's serious. He said it ages ago. You know, fair enough. He's entitled to his opinion, like everybody is. That's just my little opinion that I feel it's time for Ortega to be given a go. Come on, Celebrity John, what do you think?
Why don't we blame the defence?
I put a post in the group a week or so ago because I do think it's time we give Ortega a go, especially after that showing when we played against Arsenal in the FA Cup. Because if he hadn't been in goal, we wouldn't have won that game.
I agree with that. You know,
definitely agree with that.
No, I do agree with that.
We're not the amount of shots that Arsenal had. Edison, obviously, the way it goes, they would have scored against Edison. Simple as.
Do you think Pep should rotate it more then? Because you're going to get teams who go at us more.
Yeah.
So do you think it should be split around?
He rotates the defence enough, like Charlie's just said. He rotates the defence enough, so why not rotate the keeper with the defence?
Well, it's like I said a minute ago regarding what Charlie's just said. For me, Laporte was the reason that, Forest scored because he didn't do his job and stop the cross coming through.
One there for you there, Riz.
I know.
This. I think it's a valid talking point now, over the keepers, because maybe a little bit of complacency is, kicking in with Edison. Don't know. I'm just, again, as always, just playing devil's advocate.
I think we've discussed this before, and I think everyone discusses it, and it's right to be brought up. I'm not sure just on yesterday's performance you could bring it up, but there's been a few chances, like Anne-Marie said, one shot, one goal. Listen, I don't watch him training. I don't know what Pep sees. I know what I've seen, and that's Ortega whenever he's played. Apart from, was it against United? He had a shocker. When was it again? Who was he playing against? Was it in the cup or something like that?
It wasn't the Rags. It was two where somebody lobbed him. Southampton, yeah.
He had a shocker at that one, I thought.
Yeah, but the whole team did that there, didn't they?
Well, exactly. So the lot went wrong there. But I've seen him play, and I think his distribution obviously isn't as good, but I still think it's good. I still think his distribution's better than most, because if it wasn't, Pep wouldn't have him as a number 2, would he?
Yeah, but if you watch the way Edison plays, yes, he's got fantastic distribution, but how often does he actually do distribution? Because most of the time he just passes it to a defender and then we play out from the back. And Ortega could do that all day long.
There was a great point there from FIFA player about Joe Hart. About Joe Hart, I thought he was absolutely brilliant for us.
Apart from down to his left.
Yeah, but let's look at the positives, what Joe Hart used to do. I just think he was treated a little bit unfair by Pep. I know it's years ago, like 7 years ago now, but you just think, what if he was good with his, with his feet,
just let it go.
Are you frozen?
You can start singing.
You can start singing now.
Let it go. Let it go. With the
His distribution was shocking. So
that's good. I can't have a sing.
At the end of the day, listen. At the end of the day, yesterday's problems were merely down to finishing, in my opinion. Nothing to do with goalkeeper errors. And he's right.
No,
Spot on.
absolutely right.
Well done,
Because
Facebook
we should have
user.
been 4 or 5-0 up, shouldn't we? But
Yeah.
you know, end of the day,
Any other day
it's
we'd be 4-0 at half time, but we weren't.
No,
I'm still annoyed at Foden, by the way.
hang on. Haaland's was worse, mate.
No,
All right, let's
Foden
get
was
on to the game then. Let's forget the keeper then. We've discussed that. Let's move on to the game then. Let's talk about the game.
Okay.
Go on.
I watched through their defence all day on that game yesterday, and the ball get put through, and Foden was onto it 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he should have scored. What did he do? Pass it.
I thought Foden played well yesterday.
He should have scored. He should have
done.
He should not have passed the ball.
I thought Foden for most of the game played all right.
Yeah.
He did some great stuff, but some of the end product wasn't quite there. But that goal that he should have scored was absolutely shocking. I could understand if he shot and missed it because the keeper saved it, but to try and, you know, they were saying on the TV, oh, you know, he's passed to his mates scoring. You know, no. He has got a bang that in the back of the net.
He's talking like Bernard Manning.
No, it's Sean Dash.
My voice went there. Went a bit husky.
Bit of blue for the dad.
I've got a bit of pheasant stuck in my throat when I was out shooting today.
Oh, see, I'm not even going to go there. Something like a chicken. Yeah. Let's go back. I thought, I forget who said it now. I thought we did play brilliant yesterday. I actually tweeted that we was exceptional in the first half. I just thought the passing we had urgency, the pace in the passing. Only for poor finishing, would have absolutely annihilated them.
Yeah, we would have done.
100%. 100%. Everything was right yesterday, apart from the scoring. We couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo yesterday.
I know, but we can't keep.
Hang on, are you quoting me on my Twitter?
No, I don't follow you on Twitter.
Even people are agreeing now that you sound like Sean Dyche, mate. Even Charlie says you sound like Sean Dyche. Oh, I thought your head was on upside down then.
No.
So yeah, we can't blame Pep. We can't blame Pep yesterday because you know something that I thought the performance was up there. Poor finishing. You could always see Forest getting into it, you know. Hence the headline: Forest dump. Have you all just noticed that?
Yeah. Forest dump.
It was a bit of a dump as well.
Yeah.
Alvarez must be wondering what he's got to do to get a game.
Well, there's talks about him with his future, isn't there? Because personally, I don't blame him because, you know, in the day, he's a World Cup winner and he played well in the World Cup. Then he comes back and he's doing nothing. He's sat on the bench all the time.
But he didn't even attempt to bring him on until after Forest scored yesterday.
Well, chasing the game then, weren't he?
Yeah, but do we really think that he should be starting ahead of Haaland? We've seen when Haaland played with Alvarez, it didn't work. There's got to be that bedding in period, surely.
There's a bedding in period for them both.
Yeah. To be honest with you, the way it's going at the moment is when Haaland's playing, we're actually only playing with 10 men.
I agree with that, mate. What FIFA players saying, Alvarez knew he was second choice when he come. But he came to us before the World Cup and his stock's gone up now, hasn't it?
Yeah, of course it has.
So I think that's the biggie on that one.
But why not?
I mean, who's saying that he's on about moving and stuff like that?
Oh, who do you think it is? It's the media. The ones that don't tell lies.
All the ones that are now into the human rights is all sorted.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
From rags
Yeah,
to
yeah.
riches.
Oh, listen, you've got them all today, haven't you?
I've just
You
made
could work
that
for a
up.
newspaper. You could work for the Sunday Sport, you Andy.
That's a picture of Luke Atari's chippy.
I posted them, my friend. Yeah, I don't think we should be downbeat on yesterday, if I'm totally honest, because I think if we play like that, we're going to put our chances away. Like John said about Foden, but I think I'm not calling any player, by the way, but how didn't the big meat shield put that away? He eats them for lunch.
Laporte had a header that he should have scored
Yeah.
with.
Rodri had 3 or 4 decent chances. Bad day at the office. Listen, we all have them, even Riz.
Look, we knew it weren't going to be right when Bernardo scored. He's not scored for ages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've got
great goal, though, wasn't it?
Great goal.
I've got a little confession on that as well. You know, like, because for some reason, somebody beamed the match in my house, right? I don't even know how it happened. So, you know, like it's always a little bit behind reality. I seen a notification come up on my phone, like Bernardo. So I went like to Adam, we was watching it, and I went, tell you what, I fancied Bernardo to score first today, and it'll come sort of like from a corner. And when it happened, he's like, didn't tell him for a minute. I'd seen the notification.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Anne Marie as well, because she ruined my my viewing at my neighbour's house, because a notification came through on the WhatsApp group, and she went, "Oh no," or something like that, and I sat watching the game, and it was a little bit behind, but that kind of reminded me that they just scored, and I thought, can't be this far behind, and I was waiting for a goal, and I thought, oh no, it's coming now, I can see it. Oh, and it wasn't, they scored. So thanks for that, Anne Marie, for ruining
Can I
me.
just say a sentence here? Can I just put in one sentence? Anne Marie's ruined you.
I'm not taking that any further. I'm not taking that any further. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let it rest there. That one.
Sorry.
Yeah. There's your
What?
teams that have scored one shot on target.
Yep, from Facebook user. Yeah, it's been up there about 10 minutes, John.
Right, okay. I wasn't watching the bottom, I was watching the top.
That's not what I've heard. So yeah, let's not be disheartened about the performance and stuff like that, because we should win more than we lose playing like that, no matter what the opposition.
I think what made it worse. What made it worse was the way Arsenal won their game.
Yeah.
And the fact that we had the opportunity to absolutely leather them on Saturday, and we didn't take that opportunity. We dropped points, and they should have dropped points. You know, it made it worse. It was a perfect Saturday for Arsenal, wasn't it? So, hey, we've been there, though, haven't we?
And the
been there. And the thing is, though, it's like we've been playing bad all season, really, haven't we? Mm-hmm. Arsenal have been playing fantastic, and we're still 2 points off them. So we've got to get better, and they'll get worse. What more can I say?
Yeah, I think the big winners this weekend are Arsenal and the Rags. You know, because whatever the snide Pep's doing, he's doing something over there, isn't he?
What do you mean?
The snide Pep, Ten Hag.
Oh, the snide Pep, right? Okay, Ten Hag. I didn't know. What do they?
I see what you mean now. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I missed
so
that.
Yeah, there's something I've put on the ticker there. Why isn't Gomez getting any game time?
Not good enough.
I think that come from bleeding hell, love. That was a bit blunt, wasn't it?
But
I think she's right, though.
It's the answer.
But can you not say if he got more game time, he would be good? Let's look at Rico Lewis.
I think he's got... Well, I think unlike Rico Lewis, Gomez hasn't been with us long enough to properly learn our way. I think that's probably part of it. And while he has some aspects of his game are exceptionally good, like going forward, defensively he's not there yet. And I think we need to kind of just work through that with him a little bit, and then maybe give him a chance, or just instead of buying these midfielders, buy an actual left back. It's not rocket science.
Perhaps he's not out there that
Not
Pep
rocket
thinks
science,
is
mate.
suitable.
I think
No,
we're a bit of a overall in
Mendy
the
was suitable.
Are we still not allowed? Can we not mention him?
in
still?
English. Who?
Mendy.
No. Yeah, we can mention him, but he's never going to play for City again, is he?
No.
Is that rightly so, or he can't anyway because while all the legal stuff's going on, and his contract's up at the end of the season anyway, so that's not going to affect anything in any way, shape, or form. I think Aki's more than capable at left back.
I do. I spot on. I think Aki's better than Gomez.
Yeah, Aki's better than Laporte in my humble opinion, as well. So Aki
he's more consistent than Laporte.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like yesterday. I thought Diaz was okay. Yes, in fact, I can't knock any of the players yesterday, Riz.
No. Again, Jack Grealish had a great game. The kick. I mean, the thing what annoyed me, there was getting lumps kicked out of them. They were getting kicked around the park yesterday, and the referee, nothing again.
Should it have been a goal for Forest? Was it offside? Are they doing the wrong angles again?
You know what?
It shouldn't have been a goal for Forest because it happened.
The way I look at it is, in the way my mind works with VAR, that should have been a goal. You can't be measuring little bits of stuff. You know, give the benefit to the attacking side. If it's that close, you've got to let the attacking side have it.
I agree,
we say
mate,
that,
because
Riz, and I agree with you. But then you look at Wednesday night against Arsenal. Haaland clean through, brought down, ref gives a penalty, and then they check it for offside, and we're talking the heel of a boot.
Yeah. I totally get it. I totally agree with you. But as I was saying, if they use that rule for everybody, what we've just discussed, then the game would be much better. You wouldn't have to be measuring millimeters and stuff and looking at different angles and frame rates and stuff. It's too tight. If it's too tight to call, then you go with the original decision. You know, let the referee on the pitch decide.
It should be any clear daylight between their offside.
Yeah. If you talk a little bit,
read
like
the ticker at the bottom. Are the Premier League really corrupt? Or are we just being a bit paranoid?
No, they're corrupt.
I've heard there's a match shake-up for VAR coming at the end of the season.
What, like getting rid of it? That's what it means.
No, they're not getting rid of it. They're just going to change how it's running and how it's worked. And they're going to change who actually governs it and actually looks at it. That means the referees don't have a say in it.
Just put a robot out there then.
That is why that if you look at it this season, everything is going for United. There's a reason that they've got that ex-referee in that used to give them everything.
Howard Webb corrupt. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Right. It's like
I think
FIFA said again there, just like United today.
It's a way of fixing games. Simple as.
Well, they've just got is it Lee Mason they got rid of?
Yeah. He's gone.
There's more to that than just a bad performance. You don't go because of a bad performance. There's more to it than that.
I thought it was Phil Mitchell.
No, he's on there now. Right, Paul?
But
Make your mind up.
there's definitely a level of corruption because you only need to look at, again, we go back to Wednesday night. The penalty Arsenal got, that was purely down, they only got that because of the dodgy decision against Brentford.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the more they go on about how the Brentford goal shouldn't have stood, Brentford scored a goal in the first half that I watched and thought should have stood, and yet nobody's talking about that.
No, you're right. You're right. It's corrupt. There's no other answer to it. The human error thing has to come out of it. You know, unless if the human if the decisions are as bad as they are, there's two reasons for it. One is corruption, or two is that Stevie Wonder's in charge. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Well, there is no human error, is there? Because they've got it in front of him, actual recording, and they can look at it and look at it and look at it. How can you get an error in that?
It's legal match fixing.
Yeah, it is. And
I'll say it.
And that's why it's getting changed at the end of the season.
It's not for the bookies. It's not because of gambling and stuff. Obviously, that'll come into it. It's purely down to, I think we've discussed this before, to manipulate the Premier League and make it like WWF wrestling. That's as simple as it is. They even talked about what we were talking about the other week by saying it was in the papers on Arsenal TV. The guy going on about sort of like, the good guys and the bad guys. Even he was saying, and we said this the other week, these goodies and baddies, and that's what they're trying to do in it. They're trying to make it entertaining. Because if it's a level playing field, City had lever teams.
It was never like that when the so-called cartel was winning everything, spending all the money and stuff like that. For some reason, it's all about trying to get them back to where they think they should be, instead of they've got to work hard for it, like we've had to.
Viewing figures. It's pure and simple viewing figures. United, Liverpool, Arsenal. You go on holiday, go anywhere. They've all got Arsenal, United shirts on. Plenty have got City shirts on now, obviously because of our success recently. But they've had 30 odd years of this kind of success. So these whole generation's been brought up around United and Liverpool and Arsenal. So they're the reason that the press, the mainstream media pander to them. The TV companies, all their games are on TV because they know that match-going fans is probably 40 or 50,000 people. Worldwide viewing figures for United, Arsenal, teams like that, they're in the millions and millions. So they're the ones who pay the wages. So that's all it's down to. They're not interested in the match-going fan. It's viewing figures, and that's all it is.
We're match-going customers now, aren't we? That's how it's going. It is a great point. To be fair, why don't they interview the refs? Because quite frankly, the refs would be absolutely scared because they know, in my humble opinion, that they're being influenced by the people now at VAR.
Question: does anybody ever watch rugby?
Yep.
I know you do, Paul. And how is it on the referees there? The referees are all mic'd up. And when it goes to a VAR decision, you can hear what's going on with the referee and the VAR. We're all talking.
Yeah.
You can hear.
Yeah.
It's the same with Australian football, I think, as well.
Yeah.
I think they're the same.
I think they're trying to bring that in, aren't they? I think that's one of the things what they will be coming in.
Well,
but interestingly,
the reason, the reason they give, because of the swearing. In rugby,
I thought Howard Webb had said that they will trial it.
Only for certain.
Yeah, but the only reason they don't do it because of swearing is, well, they need to sort the potty mouths out. I mean, in rugby, you call a referee sir, and you swear on the pitch, even if you've just been clattered. The referee will have a word with you, and he'll penalise you if you keep doing it. It's as simple as that. There's no respect whatsoever in football. Yeah. You watch that game at weekend. The World Rugby. It was an amazing game full of big hits and respect for everybody. End of story. Football has got so much to learn from rugby and rugby union. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's embarrassing, to be honest.
The men's game has got a lot to learn from women's football as well, the way they conduct themselves.
Yeah.
Yep. Prima donnas.
It has to be said. Yeah. Interestingly,
The
City
game-
supposedly. He's on one.
Sorry, the game's got more. The game's got more difficult for referees and for what have you. Is because the footballers diving, rolling around, feigning injury, feigning head injuries. If the players were more honest and more rugged and stopped acting like prima donnas, it'd make the referees' decisions easier. You know, they won't have to be pulling games up for his head injuries and stuff when they've not been.
Here's the prime difference, Riz. So last week, Toon got sent off for United. And United challenged the red card and it's been rescinded. And now the Tottenham player who went down holding her face and was acting like she'd been injured is now being charged by the FA for faking it. And that's what, and that's in the women's game, but they would never dream of doing that in the men's game.
Remember,
Is it
years ago?
Is there a lot of, in the women's game? Is there a lot of faking?
No, I don't think so. Stop it, you.
God, we cannot take you anywhere, can we?
Riz, do you remember years ago? The FA used to do retrospective action on, like diving and things like that. Oh, that's gone. Why?
It just disappeared, didn't it? I think it's like you remember the thing where they was going about tugging at corners. They're on about like pushing and pulling and tugging and all the rest of it. There was infancy.
You get it soap here. Can I wash your mouth out with soap?
It was in for a season, wasn't it? And I remember City got a penalty against Southampton, one of the first games of the season, I think it was, and it just stopped. It was there, and then all of a sudden, they just stopped it. It was ridiculous.
I agree. Sorry. Apparently, City have got a dossier, haven't they, about all the VAR and everything like that. You know what they're going to throw at the Premier League, and the Premier League and VAR are not helping themselves at the minute, are they?
No,
not at all. Well,
no.
Well, that'll all come out in the wash, won't it?
I think there's some truth in this dossier as well. There's a lot of people on Twitter sort of saying, "No, it's nonsense. It's a load of garbage." Listen, what happened with City, it really annoyed them with the cast. So they knew that there was more stuff coming. So you're not telling me that they'll have just sat there waiting. They'll have had private investigators and all sorts of stuff, just digging the dirt around in case anything else comes up. And then the gloves come off, don't they? So there's something that the FA are hiding from.
Pinky, won't you?
I thought I seen Magnum at the Etihad the other week.
Champagne.
Magnum PI.
I'm sure Magnum champagne then.
I'm sure it was him.
Big moustache.
Sorry, Riz, carry on.
No, I can't remember now. I loved Magnum. Was it called TJ, the helicopter?
I don't know. But I think it'll all come out in the wash. I just hope. What's going on here tonight? Is everyone drunk?
No, I'm not drunk. I'm driving.
You drink driving? Oh
no,
my
I'm not
God,
driving.
what's going on?
I'm not drunk. I'm driving.
So, do you think it's right we should still boo the Premier League anthem?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Got Churchill here with me.
Oh, yes.
No, I think it's brilliant. We should boo it, yeah. Yeah,
you're right. Drown it out every time.
Drown it out with a Poznan at home. It's great. Let's do it.
Yeah, I agree.
The Poznan is brilliant. For the Poznan.
Tell you what, though, it half hurt your legs after a bit, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used
So,
to get cramp.
That's another story. So with regards to coming up now in the Champions League, you two boys are going, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, yeah.
Not you,
Yeah, we're
Anne-Marie.
going.
Not you, Anne-Marie.
She's not by.
No,
That's
I'm
what
not going. I'll be watching it on the telly here.
Yeah, we'll be in Leipzig, won't we, Paul?
Indeed. Testing out the local. What's the local drink over there, John? Will it be beer?
Of course, we'll be here.
Fruit shoot.
No, it won't be fruit shoot.
No. I'm gonna take. I might even take my lederhosen with me.
Oh my
That's
God.
the wrong country, mate.
How can you get that? How can you delete a thought?
We're not going to Austria.
Don't matter. Still
We
wear them.
couldn't go to Austria. We've got a car.
Listen, any excuse to get my lederhosen out, I'm your man.
In fact, we're landing not far from Austria, so
There we go
We're
then.
gonna win
I'll
it.
bring you.
We're going to win the Champions League. Against all the odds, we're going to win the Champions League.
that's what Phil thingy said, isn't it? Collins.
Collins.
What? I'm not going to allow him to drive from our house tonight. I'm going to take his keys off him.
Take his keys off him.
Yeah.
Is that what that ball is being endorsed for?
Champions League and the league.
He said to me, there's a ball here, put your keys in here, mate. I'm getting
Oh,
worried
hello.
now.
One of them parties, is it?
Don't knock it till you tried it, Riz. Oh, sorry, you haven't you?
I've got a bowl full of keys at the garage.
So come on, are we going to win the Champions League?
I don't. Listen. I'd love to say yes. We don't know, do we? We're due it, aren't we?
No.
I'm saying yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Listen. My heart says yes. My head says no.
So is that you don't know?
I'm getting splinters up my ass.
Why? It's not even a wooden seat you're on. Yeah. Right, let's talk about some of the possibly comings that you... I can tell you what, you two are ridiculous when it's live. Oh, my God. Right, as it says there, Gundo. Used the week, didn't you? That is potentially...
Yeah,
He's potentially going to sign a new deal with
for
us.
another year.
I'm hearing he wants a 2-year deal.
Yeah, that's the only stumbling block.
Can we not just say, yeah, we'll give you
No.
2 years and then get rid of him? Yeah.
No,
No.
No.
that's got a contract, mate.
It's worth a go, though, isn't it?
I'd
Do
keep
you
him.
think...
Yeah, I'd keep him for another 2 years.
Do you think we need to freshen up a bit? Because Bernardo is going to go in it. You all right there?
I'm just checking if needed freshening up or not. Is he going to go? Is he going to go?
Do you want him to go?
Who said he's going? Who said he's going?
If he's not negotiating a contract, I don't know. It's a great question for you. That.
You know. Everybody says if you look at, depending where you look, every single City player is going. You know, he was going last week. Haaland was going. Kevin De Bruyne is going. Jack Grealish is going because we're getting Bellingham in the new season. You know, Bernardo's going. They're all going. It's a load of. Nobody knows who's going, who's staying, apart from Pep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anne-Marie, read that one out from Charlie, please.
No.
You're quite right, Charlie. I did say Arsenal would score, and they did. You know, just
Yeah, only because your
something,
streak was behind.
I don't have streams.
What,
I
like
don't
Kenny
know.
Rogers?
See, I knew it. I kept it away from him. It looks like Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers, and my view here.
He does if John shaved his head. Look like Dolly Parton, definitely.
What's that about, Anne-Marie? Yeah, right. This is just lunacy. Charlie, the Champions League is all about fine margins and luck. Totally agree.
Spot on,
the
Charlie.
Premier League every single
Charlie, you're spot on
every day
again,
of the
mate.
week.
Talks a lot of sense, does
Yeah.
Charlie?
Charlie,
If you
you'll have
look,
to get on.
Except that he agrees with Andy quite a lot.
Yeah, I think it is Andy,
Exactly.
to be honest.
I
John,
think
is
it's
Andy
Andy's
typing on his keyboard? Yeah.
It's me on the other
Is
account.
Adam? Is Charlie Adam, really?
Charlie Adams, no, he don't play football anymore. He used to play
No.
for Stoke, Liverpool. Hey, you're having that one.
Listen, I'll load the gun, you fire it.
Yeah, but I believe you fire blanks, but that's another story.
We don't need to go there.
In his gun. Anne-Marie.
Just
So,
behave
I
yourself.
know she's got a terrible mind. She's got a dirty mind, as Anne-Marie.
we're on about
Cap guns.
cap guns. Bit like what Riz is wearing. So yeah, I'd like Gundo to stay because he's one of my all-time favourite City players. I just don't want.
He's going to make it. He'll make a fantastic coach as well, Gundogan. I reckon we could be signing him up.
But the Scousers are burn him and
That's right.
put his windows through if he makes a good coach.
Anne-Marie, have you got that button you press, for the tumbleweed?
No, it's just that now. It is just that.
No, but I don't want to see Gundo become a tired player like Fernandinho did, towards the end of his City career.
And I think we run the risk
Yeah.
of that with him.
Well, he's too intelligent.
But I think his head
He
plays
wouldn't.
a great game, but I'm not sure his body plays a great game anymore. I don't think there's enough pace in him. I think he slows us down a fair bit.
He's never had that though,
That
has
was a
he?
bit like me this morning
He's
playing.
never had that pace. Oh,
No, he's never
don't
had
tell
pace.
me.
He's always, it seems to be in the right position.
Yeah, because that's experience.
What?
You don't necessarily need loads of pace
Yeah.
to be any good. I get what Anne-Marie says. He does slow it down, but only when he plays when he plays with alongside KDB. But when he's the main man himself, he just peppers that ball about and he runs it. But when he plays with KDB, then he
Yeah.
slows it down. So
There's one here from somebody called Patrick Harkin. He says he's doing his coaching badges. That Patrick Harkin.
I hope he
That's
passes
not a
his
real-
test then.
that can't be a real name. Is that a real name? That Patrick Harkin? Is it an
I
anagram
reckon
or
that's
something?
like a.
I think it's
No.
a
Could be.
troll.
Patrick Harkin.
Yeah, I reckon it could be a rag who's filtered through because it is live in it, so they can come
Anne-Marie,
through. Anyway,
You can't be insulting the viewers calling him a troll. I'm sorry. He doesn't live under a bridge.
There you go. Read that one out,
I've got
Andy.
the air for it. What?
Yeah, Facebook
Andy's
user. Yeah, spot on.
That'll be Adam, my lad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Facebook user.
Yeah.
I want to know who you answer. I want to know who you are, so I can get you banned from the group.
I'll have a look now.
So we can
I'll
send.
have a look.
No, we can send you a prize. We want to send you a prize.
Yeah.
But one of Andy's
Facebook
joke
user.
books.
Yeah, we know Patrick comments. He's a good lad. We all know who Patrick is. He's a good lad. We was just having a bit of jest, wasn't we? Yeah. But hang on, me jokes are always good.
No, they're not.
Never heard one.
Well, that really offended me. That.
Good.
So
Go on, say the usual one.
Yeah, Charlie's right again. Charlie's right again.
Yep.
Spot on.
Spot on, Charlie.
Gundo is like Gundogan's like that father figure and calm-headed in the dressing room, isn't he? Everyone will respect him. He'll keep it cool, keep it calm. He's every dressing room needs a Gundo, and he's your man. Got to keep him 2 seasons, even if we're not using him every week or whatever. He's the sort of player that'll accept that he can't play every week, but he'll be there around the dressing room. And I tell you what, he'd make a great number 2.
Well, he says it all for me. that the players actually chose him to be the captain. So that shows you what the players think about him, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I knew who it is. It's your mic.
Is it happened?
Mike Risby.
Yeah.
Mike,
Oh,
name
brilliant.
check
Thanks,
Mike Risby.
Why is Celebrity John with Uncle Fred from Corrie?
I say, Ashley, I say. He's put that on.
Facebook user.
I say, our Ashley. There's nothing better than them pies.
You're going to have to talk. It's done me, that one.
That's Stuart Van Pennell.
Stuart?
Yeah.
I used to like Stuart. I was going to give him a name check on all his...
Good lad, Stuart.
On all his brilliant art, but I'll just say it's rubbish now.
No, he's fine. We'll approve it. Don't worry, mate. Forget him.
It used to be art. It's fart now. I don't know. They're all...
Hey, I'm good at art, aren't I, John? John, tell him I'm good at art, aren't I?
Yep, you are, mate.
On away matches.
What's your name you go as?
F off.
Wanksy.
I mean, hang off.
Yeah,
No, it's Wanksy.
Should see
I don't use paint, I use a special medium.
This is going down a bit further now, this.
So are you going to be doing something at the Champions League match next week, Riz?
When he's got his easel there.
Where is this going? They're like a load of children, aren't they, Anne-Marie?
Well, yes, you all are.
I'm behaving tonight.
You've been damned tonight, then.
Behaving, yeah.
You be Gundo. You can be Gundo tonight.
See, you don't get this rubbish on any of the other podcasts, do you?
You know.
That's probably why we don't get any viewers.
I think we need to start charging for this pay-per-view.
No, we don't need to charge. Not like people keep asking on Twitter about, like Sam Lee saying about he wants paying for doing his podcasts and stuff. And I said to him, I said, why do you want paying? I said, we do it for fun, for free.
Why? Who else does it for money and stuff? We don't.
Yeah, but
okay,
there's loads, isn't there? Loads that do it on that. Is it Patreon? Well, why?
Yeah, Patriot one.
Why would anybody pay to listen to this or any other podcast?
I thought you was breaking out into Tom Jones when you went, why?
Oh, no, you can't sing that anymore.
Right, we've got 3 sponsors. They don't give us a penny, but we just put the name up there because we feel sorry for them. Well, 2 of them anyway.
Don't give us a penny. I send you a cheque for £100 every week.
No, I pay
Where does
you.
that go?
Aquagas is good. Before he goes, he's going to sort... It's sorted Anne-Marie's plumbing out loads of times.
I still need to do another job for I keep forgetting.
That's a big job, that's sorting Anne-Marie's plumbing out.
We've got Prestige Car Repairs. What is it?
Has she still got that, John? Has she still got that big old boiler? Didn't she have a problem with her? Didn't she have to have
rid of that. Put it up in the loft.
You told me she had to have a flue flushed out.
Oh my God! So we're all in agreement. We keep Gundo.
Oh, there's an image. Now I know a lot of people would pay to see that, but that's a specialist channel. We'd have to put it on after 10.
That's called only Riz.
See, there's one from your Michael. Good at art. Heart attack more like our kid.
He's on about my diet again, isn't he? He's on about me. There's nothing wrong with my art, Mike. I told you that.
Looks like you're not even on a diet, mate.
Oh, I am. These cameras, they put £10 on you.
I tell you what, you must have them there.
Well, mine's because it's an iPad. It just puts £5.
Oh,
hey. It's like having Jason
So, are we in
Manford on the
agreement
show.
that- Hang on, you can't call him Jason Manford anymore. It's Jason, then Sam Smith said.
A voice message off Mr. Harkin.
Have you?
Yeah.
Don't play it live. It might be. Yeah. So we're in a great.
Yeah.
Listen, this is what it's about, isn't it? Listen, yesterday, shit happens, doesn't it? Oh, you can't swear, Mr. Harkin.
Says the man who's just said what you've said.
I know.
What?
You just said
Why?
happens about yesterday. So don't have a go at Patrick for
He's
swearing.
sticking up for you, Anne-Marie. He's sticking up for you.
Good.
Yeah.
What about a
right.
flick?
Let's get back to football, right? Because that's what sort of like the topic is, really.
I think
isn't
I'll
it?
save that and put it as a ringtone.
Yeah. So we're not too decided yesterday. There's still how many games
There's
left?
14
15?
games left
14?
to go.
14.
Yeah.
You
And we've got to play him
Arsenal
yet.
have got to play him.
42 points.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points.
You'd like to think we've got the upper hand on them. You know, we beat them in the cup. We've beat them at their place.
Well, we have got the upper hand. We're better.
We've got the so-called big guns to play at our place as well. Yeah. I was going to say Liverpool then, but I meant big guns. Not anymore, are they?
No.
So, are we what? We keep hearing City can go on a run of 10, 15 games, without getting beat and stuff like that. I don't think we.
I don't think we can.
I don't think Arsenal can as well.
No, I don't think any of them. Any of the top teams can't at the moment. There's a reason for why, and it's because of a World Cup that's come in between it all and messed everything up.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a weird season.
But why is it messed up? Come on, let's play devil's advocate again.
Players are shad. They've been flying all the way around the world.
No, they flew to Qatar.
Yeah. That's around the world, isn't it?
Yeah, but they've actually
It's not
played
here, is it?
But they've played less games over there than they would have done over the festive period.
Yeah, but it's fatigue.
It's like holiday period for them.
Different training regimes. Different. They spent a long time with a shit manager. Imagine having to listen to that clown with a waistcoat on for 2 weeks.
No, I couldn't.
Say that again, Riz.
I said, no, you're gonna
No.
record it or something. No,
Sorry,
we-
being
we-
recorded,
it's
It's live, mate.
It's live.
no. You were gonna record something I was gonna say and change it or something. I know what you like,
No.
but listen,
I wouldn't have
the
done
World
that.
Cup has ruined it, and it's not just because of playing the football and what have you. It's the training. It's been away from home. It's the stop-start nature of it. It's cocked it up. That coupled with VAR, it's a nightmare.
Cheers.
And this isn't the game of football that I've fallen in love with for all these years. At the moment, I feel very despondent about what's going on in the world of football.
You're right, and I tweeted it out. I think couple of weeks ago that.
Can't call him James anymore.
Shh. No,
Hang on, I'm just telling you.
right. So
what yours is.
I'm like this with football now. I'm falling out of love with it. I agree with what you're saying, Riz. With all the corrupt decisions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And by the
no,
way,
yeah.
when I say corrupt decisions, I don't mean just against City and stuff like that. You're seeing it week in, week out now.
Oh no, it's all of it. It's all of it.
That's from Stuart.
I agree, Stuart. The performance. Go on, Riz. You can read, can't you?
Put your glasses on.
Performances are getting better, and on another day we will thank comfortably. Arsenal won't deal with the European games as well as City will. He's right.
Yeah, it's not often Stuart's right. But no, I agree with him because if I'm not mistaken, the Europa Leagues, they're more like far-flung places, aren't they? More like Eastern European and long haul trips, whereas we've just got to go to Germany and stuff like that. But
Far-flung, isn't that somewhere in China?
yeah, it's near the Hong Kong Chippy.
That one's Mark Horrocks.
Yeah, Mark Horrocks has got one here.
Look at Magnum PI there sussing out who everybody is.
Mark Horrocks got to win all the other games too. We are a team in we are in transition, you know.
Transition.
I thought we were in Manchester.
See, you just have to bring it all down again, don't
Have you noticed what's happening, Anne-Marie? The bad jokes are wearing off Andy, off Fred Elliott onto Ashley.
Ashley. Jesus Christ, you are church delighted, Anne-Marie. Anyway, yeah. No, I agree with that. We are a little bit in transition because you know something. The Bernardo situation, the Gundo situation, Cancelo situation. I think, and even you look at, somebody said it before about Calvin Phillips. I don't think he'll see the summer through.
Why?
Because I've just said it. I don't think he'll see the summer through.
Yeah, but why? Why won't he see the summer through?
He's breaking into Delilah again, isn't he? I just don't think he fits in, mate. I just don't.
Well, why did they buy him?
Just scared me.
They wouldn't have bought him if they didn't think he fitted in.
I'm just a believer, and I spoke to a fan about this as well, only this week. That players are comfortable with with a club. You can look back as years ago, like Joey Beecham. He came, I think, north, and he went back straight away. Who? Did you swear then? Well, if you know football, you had him. Listen, people know who Joey Beecham. I forget what club he went to, but he ended up going back like homesick. You've had Zaha, who went to United. He couldn't hack it. He wanted to get back down London. I'm a firm believer in certain players.
To do with him going out with Moyes' daughter.
How do you know that?
Yeah, good point.
Another
because we're in the know as well, Andy. We have contacts.
The only contacts you've got, mate, are contact lenses.
I know it's just moved and all that one. It just flips a bit there. Then when I did that.
No, I'm a believer in that. Some players can't hack it, and I think Calvin Phillips is a home boy. He's comfortable in his Leeds surroundings. Listen, I might be wrong.
Hack it can hack it.
See, the bad jokes are coming out on him, you know.
Honest, it's rubbing off on him. John, you need.
Yeah.
We'll have some like therapy for the next few days, mate. You can get in the car with me, and we'll sort it out. We'll sort it out. Don't worry.
I mean, it's much needed. I need it.
John, can you just keep your hands where people can see them, please? Phillips.
That's wishful thinking on his part of that.
Yeah, I get that Phillips has just joined us. He's had injuries and stuff like that. The other night when he come on, I forget who it was against now. Might be not Arsenal. He was on for like 5 minutes to give about 7 free kicks away. I just don't feel he's comfortable in the surroundings.
Well, he's been on for 5 minutes. It's the first 5 minutes he's played, and
people see Phillips as a Rodri type. He can play in the Gundogan position. Yeah, I get that. I'm not saying he's a bad player, Phillips, in any way, shape, or form. I just feel he's not
technical enough yet. For me, he can't control the ball. He can't keep possession. He loses.
And that's
it.
what I mean about giving free kicks away constantly. You know,
listen. If that was the case, we wouldn't have bought him. If he was that bad, we would not have bought him.
Claudio Bravo. The argument's been blown, mate.
What?
No.
You said it. We bought somebody who couldn't hack it, and I just feel it was a mistake to buy him. I think we bought him because other clubs were after him.
Who? Bravo.
Go on, John.
I can't see us doing that. Can't see us doing that. What?
Charlie.
I see Phillips getting through one more season. He's been very unlucky with injuries this season. Now he is fit again. It has come at the wrong time of the season where he won't get much game time.
Exactly.
Yeah, he won't get much game time, but it's going to take another season for him to actually fit into where we play, I think.
Well, look
He's
at
gonna have to do a lot of
Grealish.
training.
Look when Grealish joined us, and look what it's took him to get here. We're now seeing
About
what
Jack Grealish.
we thought we were going to get. Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jack.
It was
A bit of an
Bobbins.
appreciation.
it
for
was
Jack Grealish.
Bobbins, and yeah, exactly. Where he was Bobbins. He's been Bobbins so far, and his last 4 or 5 games are actually starting to see what he's about and what he can do.
We've got a massive
Phil-
conversation about Jack Grealish coming up with certain few people while we're away at Germany as well.
Oh, you
Oh,
can't just treat that like that now.
Haven't we,
yeah.
Paul?
That's their exclusive
Good point.
club, that Anne-Marie. Let's have it. No, I hear what you're saying about Grealish, but I think Grealish was playing Pep's tactics about not losing the ball, keeping hold of the ball. I don't think Grealish wanted to play like that, but he was carrying out instructions about passing the ball backwards, keeping possession. I don't think it's anything about him being Bobbins or anything like that. But I think now he's a proper City player. He's starting to come into everything in it. You know, he's taking people. He knows when to take people on. He knows when to drop back. Some matches now he's our best defender as well.
Yeah, totally get it. But what's to say that Calvin Phillips won't do that once he gets more game time?
There's nothing to say that, mate. I just offered my opinion.
I know, and I've offered mine.
Remember when David Silver came to us? And it took him a year to bed in, didn't it?
I don't think it did, you know.
It did. It took him about a year to bed in properly.
It did.
It did.
100%
And
did.
what a player he was after that.
Yeah.
I wish we still had him.
He'd still be able to do a job for us.
Of course he would.
Because players like that are Rolls Royces, aren't
Yeah.
they? Well, Anne-Marie, there's one for you, and I've not read it in case there's anything praising me.
I
Can't
don't think-
imagine it. It's a long one with big words in it. Won't be somebody praising you, Andy.
I don't
I'm trying to say
think
Charlie doesn't have big words.
all about
No, Charlie's got big words, but
it's
Well, now, Marie.
good that he's getting whatever that is. But
It's all about the
can't got
numbers.
his glasses on.
Goals and assists. Goals and
Pep told him
Yeah,
assists.
he's
to
getting them
keep
now.
the ball and not to take many risks. Now Jack has gained time to learn the Pep way.
Absolutely.
Now we agree with
Spot on,
Charlie.
Charlie.
He's
1,000,000%.
on, and we're definitely seeing the best of Grealish at the moment. By far, one of our best players over the last month or so.
You know what I think it is? I think the pressure's off now. He's not the most expensive Premier League player.
No,
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with Charlie. He's sort of like he's been learning the trade under Pep, hasn't he? You know, playing a different way. So I think
He's come from being the big fish in a little pond. He's now settled in to the bigger pond. So he had a big price tag on his shoulders. He's now come, and that is the same with Calvin Phillips. He's come from being the main man. He's now not the main man. He's not even getting in the team. But once he does get in the team and he's learned in training what Pep wants him to do, he then will be fed into the team.
I hope so, mate. I really hope so.
He will.
But the thing with Grealish, I sort of like disagree a little bit. I think now we've got the Aston Villa Grealish who can set people on confident and stuff like that, and we've also got the City Grealish where he's understanding the game, when to release the ball, when to pass it back, when to attack people. I just
You sound like
interviews
John
as well.
Barnes there, then. You sounded like John Barnes.
You got to hold and give. Yeah. Oh, God.
Speaking of not playing a game, I thought Mahrez should have come on yesterday.
Absolutely. For ball retention.
Yeah, and I think he would have done he'd have done a good job against Forest later on. I think we would have actually scored then if he'd have brought Mahrez on.
I wouldn't say scored again. I thought Pep should have made a few changes. But the ball retention, that's when we should be killing games off. We shouldn't be letting, Forest come at us like that. That's just...
Well, we knew what had happened. As soon as they brought Chris Wood on, we knew long balls were going to come.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did. They started peppering us with long balls. And we played into their game plan. They wanted to stay in that game all the way through. The last 10 minutes, they brought on their better players that could actually play football and not just defend.
Listen, I'm not even.
Go on.
I'm not worried about you because I thought it was probably one of our better performances, in particular first half.
Yeah, we just needed to finish.
Yeah. So I wasn't too disheartened yesterday, Anne-Marie, after the result, because I know we played well. Listen, I'd prefer us to play well, and if we get beat or draw, and see, I'm even saying it's like get beat. You know, we didn't even get beat. We're forgetting that. You know, we got a draw. Come the end of May,
we might win by 1 point.
I completely get what you're saying, Andy, but for me, it's like the highs and lows of football. So you've got the Wednesday night, you know, and rightly so, we played really well against Arsenal. We get the 3 points, which puts us back at the top of the league. And then you go to, you know, you come to Saturday and you're looking at a game that we should win. And we had the chances to win, and we just didn't put those chances away. And that's where you become frustrated with them, because, you know, that was definitely 2 points dropped yesterday.
Oh, absolutely, especially on the back of what Arsenal, because Arsenal were on the ropes against Villa yesterday, and they got that freak goal what come off Martinez's head. And then you'd expect the fourth. Anyway, it looked like Arsenal was in total control. If anybody just looked at 4-2, they'd think, oh, Arsenal battered them. That's not the case. The last goal, because the keeper was, you know, up there trying to get the equaliser. So, listen, it'll come out in the wash in May. I'm still quite confident that we will.
Like I said, there's plenty of games to go. There's 42 points to go yet. Yeah, definitely.
It'll stay with us, that.
There's 42 points to go yet. It's a long way to go. Arsenal will drop points. We'll drop points. United will drop points. But come May, as long as we're there and thereabouts, I think when it gets to the business end of the season, I think we'll start putting things together.
But and we've been saying that for the past few weeks.
Yeah, but it's not the business end of the season yet, is it? Nowhere near.
There's one from FIFA Play. If you had a choice between Kimmich or Bellingham in the summer, who would you go for?
Bellingham.
Both.
Okay, both then.
No, I would.
You said a choice between, though.
I know, but
you can't say both. It's a choice between, can you?
No, I just think the midfield and that needs a bit of a rejuvenating. I think Bellingham.
Just, Andy, it's a very simple question. They're asking you if you have a choice, so it's one or the other. I know you'd like both, but just answer the question.
Okay, then. If I was pushed, I'd go for Kimmich Bellingham. No, I'd have to go. You know, just being serious. I'd have to go for Bellingham, because with Bellingham, you can play him in different positions. Whereas, for me, it'd be a bit like a De Bruyne type player, where he'll just find that space. Watching him for Dortmund, he just finds space all the time.
And
I go for Bellingham. I go for Bellingham. The only worry is he might be getting on a little bit. I think he's 20 next year, isn't he? So he could be a little bit old.
We need to let the commentator that, mate.
I know.
Well, he does actually sign for us.
My battery's on 1%. My charger can't keep up with the power usage.
What you plugged in there, mate?
Well, let's wrap it up.
I've got it plugged in, but it's not. It's coming down a percentage. It's not. It can't handle the power of my headphones.
Turn your brightness down. Turn your brightness down.
I don't know how to do that.
Turn his brightness down. There's not much. There's not much bright in that room, mate.
Is it you on an iPad?
I'd like to introduce you all to my world on a Sunday night listening to these lot.
Where's he gone?
Right, Facebook user. God, I can hear voices now. I've not heard them for a long time. Ray's, are you there?
He's turned his camera off.
That's a bonus, isn't it? Bellingham.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Uncle Fester's back.
I'm back.
I'll turn my brightness down. Good lad.
Bellingham. But when he signs for Liverpool, I never wanted him anyway.
He won't sign for Liverpool.
He won't sign for
He
Liverpool.
ain't signing
No
for,
way.
He ain't signing for Liverpool.
Got more
No
chance of him
chance.
signing for Liverpool. No, I think there's only one place he's coming, and that's City. That's because of the England lads, who he's comfortable with. Haaland, who's his best mate, but most of all, Pep. I think that's the big...
And most of all, Champions League football, because Liverpool won't be having it.
That's a good shout, that, mate, actually. Hey, he's not as green as his cabbage looking, this lad, is he?
The thing is, though, the big stealer will be: does he like Blue Moon or You'll Never Walk Alone? That's what it is.
Thanks, Charlie.
That's the decider.
Glad you're enjoying it, bro.
Cheers,
I know
Charlie.
which one I prefer.
Well, I do because I can't stand that.
Oh, I know.
I have to turn the radio off.
I just
to hear that one, Mum.
Yeah, did you hear him booing?
I did.
Singing again yesterday.
What?
When there was a minute of pause for that.
Newcastle game?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, disgusting that.
It's all about them, innit?
Yeah. But if didn't they complain about City doing it or something at Wembley?
Yeah. That's what it is. That's what VAR stands for. Victims and rags.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You heard it here first. Yeah.
Falls for us.
It's good improvement, though, isn't it? Right, we'll wrap it up there. Yeah. Listen, have a safe journey to Germany.
Yep.
Yeah, take it easy, lads. Yeah, get there in one piece.
We will.
And don't be telling us any cheesy jokes or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Or anything like that. Hey, it's great. Riz is frozen. Yeah, I just think the next couple of weeks is so important to us, for the rest of the season, because a positive result in Germany, it'll only...
Look, we've got to worry about other games. One of them's a Palace game. That won't be.
No, it won't. They always do well against us, Palace. Yeah. So, yeah, see you, Riz.
Hey, it's gone.
Yeah. Right, cheers, Anne-Marie, for joining us. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight as well. And obviously our sponsors, Aquagas, Riz, who's just gone, Prestige Car Repairs, and our friends at 3 Retro. Follow them on Twitter. They do some really good stuff as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Thanks
thanks
for
for
joining
everyone's contributions.
Yeah, we've had a laugh tonight, and he's probably come across that as well,
Yeah.
The Luna said, the Loonies are running the asylum, aren't you, Anne-Marie?
Well, I'm definitely in an asylum with you lot.
Right, listen, everybody have a good week, and we'll do it again. We'll probably do one when you're in Germany.
Yeah, we'll do one when I'm in Germany, definitely.
Cool. Thanks, Anne-Marie, as always, and
Thanks,
thanks for everyone who's joined in. Thank you very much. Speak soon. Bye-bye.